Tonight, increased surveillance from Ministry of Health officials to guard against COVID variants in neighboring countries. The Flomo Forum lights up with criticism leveled at the SLP for slowing down the COVID-19 response. And a Saltibus man is nursing cutlass wounds after a violent altercation. The details of these stories and more coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Monday, the 14th of June, 2021. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm Lovely St. Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. While the Ministry of Health and Wellness continues to manage COVID-19 cases in country, it is reminding the public that the island remains in a vulnerable position. The high risk of introduction of COVID-19 and the other variants of concern from the developed countries and neighboring Martinique continue to warrant increased surveillance. The ministry advises that residents should continue to adhere to protocols, particularly those regarding social gatherings.
With a daily infection rate for the past week of an average of 6 cases per day, St. Lucia's COVID-19 cases appear to be on the decline. But that decline is by no means an indication that residents should disregard the COVID-19 protocols. The Chief Medical Officer says that while the Ministry of Health and Wellness notes a reduction in the total number of diagnosed cases over the last few weeks, as well as a reduction in the number of people with respiratory illness, increased cases through social gatherings continue to be a concern.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness has recently received new results from the Caribbean Public Health Agency in relation to gene sequencing for variants of concern. We have noted 19 more cases of the British variant in country, bringing the total number of British variants diagnosed in country to 41. All of the new cases are nationals. The majority of the variants are from Babonneau, Gros Islet, and Castries. The samples sent to the Caribbean Public Health Agency are sequenced to detect all of the possible variants, but the British variant is the only one which has been detected in St. Lucia thus far.
The majority of COVID-19 cases continue to be seen in the southern region of the island and Babonneau and Gros Islet in the north. The ministry continues to manage outbreaks emanating from social activities.
We note the increase in social activities across the island, especially on weekends, and the general relaxation of the public health measures. We continue to advise the public to remain vigilant, adhere to the protocols that are put in place to keep us safe. These include regular hand washing, the use of a face mask in public places, avoiding crowds and persons with respiratory symptoms, and keeping frequently touched surfaces clean. Vaccination remains the most effective public health measure in managing infectious diseases. The AstraZeneca vaccine has been proven to be safe and effective in protecting persons from developing COVID-19, its severe forms, complications, hospitalizations, and death.
As of June 13, 2021, a total of 29,655 persons have received the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and 20,589 have received the second dose. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
The UWP government has managed the COVID-19 pandemic magnificently. So says Gros Islet MP Leonard Spider Montoute. He took the opposition St. Lucia Labour Party to task for what he says was its lack of cooperation in addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. He says had the opposition used its platform to encourage its supporters to adhere to protocols and work alongside government to curtail the spread of the virus, then more could have been achieved sooner.
We had the responsibility of ensuring that we protected the health, the lives, and the livelihoods. Right. And so we had to take responsible decisions based on the scientific data, based on the prevailing situation as it existed on island. And I think, by and large, having to walk that delicate line of balancing economics as well as health concerns, I think we did a fantastic job. Had we gotten some more cooperation from all quarters, for example, the opposition, I think we would have done an even more excellent job.
The UWP has maintained a steady stream of criticism regarding the SLP's role in the COVID-19 fight. The opposition, on the other hand, has argued that it has remained consistent with its message on COVID-19 and has merely pointed out the double standards of the UWP administration when it comes to implementing and enforcing COVID-19 protocols. For Montoute, the matter comes down to encouraging and endorsing lawlessness.
You cannot be leading disobedience in a situation, in a case like this. For example, the march that the St. Lucia Labour Party sponsored.
Right.
You know, and if you look at their behavior, there are several occasions when they have done things, engaged in activities that were contrary to the protocol set. That is irresponsible behavior. That does not reflect people who are ready for leadership.
Absolutely.
And like Dominic said, it is not a question of putting politics over the interests, the greater good of our nation. And that is where I think the UWP has distinguished itself. And I think St. Lucians will be reminded of that kind of leadership that we provided when the time comes.
The UWP administration, Montoute says, has maneuvered in such a way that the island is poised for solid recovery from the pandemic.
I always said that we had to position ourselves during the crisis, knowing that one day
That's right.
the situation would be alleviated. And if COVID was never wiped out, and we have to end up, like the Prime Minister loves to say, living with COVID, we must ensure that we are better for it on that other end.
Absolutely.
And so we have done a lot of things while they were criticizing even the infrastructural projects that we were undertaking. We knew exactly what we were doing. We knew that there would be a tomorrow, and we wanted to have our people, our nation, properly well-placed, well-positioned to take advantage of the outcome of the fallout from COVID.
Absolutely.
And so now, I think in the region, I would dare say that we are perhaps the best placed island to take advantage. And that is why my colleague here, Dominic, can beat his chest.
Yeah.
And you will see that happening very soon, the kind of results that we are going to get from tourism. It is not just by happenstance, it is not coincidental, it is through vision and planning.
That was Grosley MP Leonard Spider Montoute speaking at the Flobo Forum on Sunday. A Saltibus man was maimed on Friday in a violent altercation. Fire service personnel responded to a call for assistance relating to the matter.
Emergency personnel at the Viewfort Fire Station received a call on Friday 11th June at 4:10 p.m. informing of a physical assault at Park Estate in Saltibus. The responding officers found one male in his early 30s lying with his head elevated, complaining of pain to his body. An assessment revealed that the patient sustained multiple lacerations to his arms and legs. His wounds were bandaged and he was immediately provided rapid emergency transportation to the St. Jude Hospital for further medical treatment. The patient's condition remains stable en route.
The trend of a spike in vehicular accidents was fairly consistent, with 10 vehicular accident responses, 2 physical assault calls, and 4 fire calls. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Stay with us. Still to come, the president of the Vendors Association says while tourism industry officials hail the return of cruise tourism, vendors are out of the loop. A sergeant of police says it's time for business owners to take things up a notch to protect their establishments. And the National Security Minister's ideas on arresting the increase in crime. That and more after the break.